Guys, the thermal drill. Go get it.
Hello, you fellow entertainment junkies. My name is Ruffalek, and welcome back to Payday 2. Specifically, today we are doing Diamond Store. This mission is what I find to be probably the most consistent mission in my books. It has, for my rates, it's one of the ones that has the least amount of failures, I would say. It's, well, most of the easy missions, I say, have about the same amount of failures, but this one I find is definitely the best for level 0 stealth missions. It gives you the most amount of XP for the easiest amount of work. So, let's go over the game plan. Right off the bat, you want to head to the little security room here with the cameras so that you can just take out the cameras, because they are one of the biggest problems in this mission, just because guards will detect broken cameras and you can't shoot them down then because of that. Now, even in one down, you can shoot cameras, so as you saw, I shot down the camera right away because I wanted to take out this one guard. By shooting down cameras, it'll cause the guards to come towards them, so I'm able to lure this guard off into the back alley and take him down nice and easy, and then I just bag up the corpse and throw it into the security room, and it's nice and safe there, because no one will ever spot it there, because only civs come around here, and as we know, civs can't see squat. So, after you do this, you want to head out into the back, and then it's mostly just a waiting game. Just wait for the guards to come up above and shoot them down. After that, you want to take out the civs, starting from the back and go around, and then head into the store eventually. So, I'm also going to show off how to do this mission with the door not there. So, generally, when you do this mission, you want the door to be there, because it's just a lot harder and generally not worth it, because the fact is you can just restart. You can just restart the mission instantaneously after you realize, hey, the security room door isn't there. Now, all the time, there will be a security room door. Now, if it's not on the outside, it's guaranteed to be on the inside, and even if it's on the outside, there is always going to be a security door on the inside. So, this is the other main thing that you need to be aware of, is that you need a keycard from that specific civ. She comes up in the back here, and she's the only civ that comes in the back, and she's the only one on the map with a keycard. So, that keycard will allow you to shut off the alarms in the main area. Now, if you shoot any of the glass in the main area before you deactivate the alarms, it will instantly go loud. So, at this point, I'm just taking notice of little civs that walk around. There's, I believe, an average of 4 civs that will walk around the back here. There's also some other civs that will walk across the street and just walk around, and they can be very annoying, especially if you go loud after you're done with the main mission. Like with the strat that I talked about before, where you can take Stockholm Syndrome and use Stockholm Syndrome with a loud weapon to get civs on the ground. If you use this kind of technique, sometimes the civs can be placed, sometimes the wandering civs will be off the map, and they will be unkillable, so you have to be very careful with that. It's better to just make sure that the wandering civs are taken down on the street. Just put them down with cable ties, or just cause them to die. And then it will be a lot easier to deal with this stuff. So at this point, it's just a waiting game at this point. I have already completed everything that really needs to be done. All that needs to be done now is take down the last 2 guards, and the rest of the civs out here. So I'm just running around trying to waste some time while I'm waiting for the guards to show up. So once the door back here is open, on top of that, the guards have a small chance of walking through this door. It's not very common, but they can, in fact, walk through this door, and you can take them out that way. They will still be detected with when they're outside and you kill them just outside the door, but you can easily just move the corpse from there. And other than that, this mission is pretty simple. Beyond that, it's mostly just a waiting game, as with most of the stealth missions. So at this point, you can see there's one of the wandering civs. He can show up. He'll actually still be on the map when he's around the corner. He doesn't despawn for quite a bit. So you have to be very careful. Now, there's always the teller there, always the shopkeep there, just standing at the desk. Unfortunately, the gun I'm using right now has very low accuracy, like it shouldn't, which is not a very good thing. So at this point, there's also only one guard, so I decide to just go in and take down the place instead of waiting for the like up to. It can take a long time for them to actually show up in the back for you to easily take them out, but because I've already done the alarms, I just have an easy way of taking them out. Now I'm taking a big risk here because now there's a couple of civs that I wasn't able to take down before I had to take the pager. As you can see, there's less than a second left on that pager, so I absolutely had to take it. Another thing you have to be careful of when you're taking down civs is, as you might have seen there, I pointed out to the camera, and instead of the civs getting down, they just kept on moving. So you have to be careful of that. Another thing you want to be very careful of is civs that, as soon as they get up, there's a very good chance that they'll immediately call the police, and that can go really fast. So if they start calling the police, it seems to have a tendency to act faster than if they were to just call the police normally. So at this point, it's just cleanup. Got to take down the rest of the civs. There's a couple of them on the street as well that I will take out, and then there's the guy, there's still the shopkeep I need to take down. Now, the shopkeep actually won't hear this, but this guy will hear it. All the windows crashing. Clashing. Even the guy that you saw there in front of the store will hear the upstairs windows break, but even the shopkeeper won't hear those ones break even. So you could actually leave him alive, but if there's the guy looking into the car shop, if he gets noticed, then the shopkeep in here will notice. Now, there is several locations for these safes. There is always 2 safe spawns on the map, and they have a chance to drop either money or just loose cash. So in this case, I got the one in the security room, and I got the one in the car shop. Now, there are 2 other locations for the safes, both of which are in the upstairs rooms, up on the right there. So, if you go up there, they're in the safe, there can be safes there, and there's only 2 of them, so you need to be wary of that. There's also 2 ATMs on this map, so if you can save your ECMs, it's a good cash flow. So, there wasn't really much need for any, skills at all through this entire mission. In fact, the only skill that was ever really needed to do this at level 0, before, you used to have silence. There was a 95% reduction in kills when you're killing silently, and that would make it so that if there was a guard along the wall by the security room, they could sometimes detect the security room cop being taken out. But that doesn't seem to be a factor anymore that I've seen, but maybe I'm completely wrong and I've just gotten lucky. If they're anywhere else in the store, they actually won't detect that. But, of course, that's impossible to know. But the nice thing about that is because that's the first thing that you should be doing, that is a simple restart, and it doesn't waste much time. It can get annoying, though, having to restart, but that's how stealth works. You just gotta keep trying over and over and over again. So, at this point, I'm just gonna collect all of the jewelry. Having Wolf HUD really helps here because it tells you how much loose change and money there is, so you can see that the money just popped up even. So the safe in the car shop actually has a little bit of cash. So I'm gonna throw that into the pile, and then it's just a matter of moving them all to the van. And that's about it for this mission for now, and next I'm gonna show off how you can do this mission without even having ECMs. Even though now you, at level 0, you still have 1 ECM, but you can do this without ECMs and without the backdoor. So I'm still going to carry on ECMs into the next mission, but I will not be using them. That is the key point, is I will not be using the ECMs throughout the mission. I also bought the body bags here, as you can see, but you generally only need 2 body bags for the 2 wandering cops to make sure that the last wandering cop won't see them. And even then, you don't really need them. You just need 1, and you can take out the other one nice and simply. Other than that, that's about it. I'll see you in the next part.
That's how the pros do it. Awesome work, gentlemen.
So I'm gonna let the video do most of the talking for this one. It's the exact same mission, it's the exact same strategy. Well, almost the exact same strategy. So the key things to note here is this is a lot harder to do and will require more resets. And generally it's just better to reset once you know that the door is down. There's only like a 10% chance or something like that that the door won't show up. So it's more likely than not that you are going to get the door. The key things you have to keep in mind here that when you're doing this without the door, you have to remember that there's going to be cameras. So immediately I go off and try and figure out where all the cameras are. Unfortunately, I got caught by here, but luckily there was not a camera within the room. So the biggest problem that you have with there is with this mission is that there are 5 camera spawns up in this upper area. There can be 2 in the rooms, 2 in the hall, and then there's 1 right outside the door on the stairs, as you can see. Now, with the camera spawns here, you can see that just off to the side here, he will not get spotted by the 1 in the hall. However, if there is 1 in the room right to the left of me right now, he will get spotted. So that is something you have to be very careful about. It's the same thing with the other room. The lady would have been detected if I had at all been seen in the other room. Like I said before, this is ECMless, but I am carrying ECMs, mostly because I want the ATMs, and I don't want to use them for anything else. So I won't, the way I've done this is I have kept it so that I do not use the ECMs until the very end, and I use them for both the ATMs. Just to show that I did not, in fact, use ECMs here. Now, the other thing to keep in mind is, like I have said before, even though that there is no door for the security room on the outside, there is, in fact, a door on the inside. It's in this exact same place as it always is. Now, when I came out in the back here, there was a camera on the back end. And at the top of the stairs, right outside the door. I killed that camera. Now, chances are, there's a higher chance that a guard will come all the way around like this one does. He comes around in front of the car shop, and he will come out all the way around the buildings to come and check out the camera from the back here. Now, if the door's open, I believe there's a higher chance that they'll come through the door to check the camera, but generally you'd kill the camera before you even try and lockpick the door. Now, guards, I will also note, will only check these cameras if the security guy is alive. So that's part of the reason why I'm not killing these cameras, and if I kill them, the guards will come in and come and check that out, and if the guards notice that the cameras are dead, then they will instantly detect. So I have to be careful, because the biggest thing is that there's a camera in the hall here, but there's also a camera at the top of the stairs inside the shop. So for me to kill the camera in here, the guard would notice right where he's standing right now, and he'd be detected. So the camera on the stairs out there would notice, so I'd have to make sure that I kill both of those cameras. But if I kill the one in the shop as well, then there is a serious problem, because the guards in the shop will actually notice that camera dead. Now, I killed that camera then because there was only 1 guard left, and so I wanted him to come up nice and quickly. I can also want to take out the other 2 cameras. Oh, wait. Sorry. The guard that's left is the security guard. So at this point, there is no wandering guards. So I know this. So I take out all the cameras. And now that all the cameras are gone, I can just go into the shop. From what I've seen out of 6, 7, 8, 9... I forget. It's after quite a few attempts of this mission, I have never seen more than 4 cameras in one down. If there actually can be 5 cameras, please let me know, and I will write a little annotation in here or something about it to say that, yeah, that's not a thing. So, even though, to my knowledge, the security guard won't hear the windows breaking, but just to make sure, I kill all of the guys in here and make sure that everyone's dead, and then I go and take care of the security guard before I break any of the glass. I also want to be careful with the glass because of the alarms. Luckily the alarm deactivator was not in the security guard room. It can spawn in there as well, and it luckily didn't, so I was able to just I was able to just take it out to deactivate the alarms before any of this happened. And so now at this point, it's pretty much the end of the mission, actually. So unfortunately, I kept blabbing all the way through, sorry. But yeah, so once you go in, once it's all done, you just go and take out this guard, and it's nice and easy from here. And I'll let you just enjoy the rest of this video in silence. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.